We did. We played hard. We made some mistakes. Yeah, I got to give Alcorn credit though. I told you before we played them offensively, they had 11 seniors. They had a quarterback as a 4-year starter that was MVP of the conference, and a running back is really good, and they both proved that they could play. The offensive line were seniors. I consider them at least a middle of the pack CUSA team. So I'm gonna give them a lot of credit. They have a good football team. That quarterback made a lot of plays, but a lot of times we gave them some opportunities and let them stay on the field a few times from really mental errors, and some missed tackles. So first game we got through it. We still just the positive as we know is we're fairly healthy, and the other thing is we got their attention because we're gonna have to play better. So it's a good solid first game. We won. That's the most important thing. But obviously, you're always pleased but never totally happy.
You're fairly young at linebacker this year. Can you talk about how they played in this game?
They played solid. Rakeem played really well, obviously. That's just who he is. They're learning, but overall, we like who we have. We played a lot of guys. We played a lot of linebackers and D linemen, and I think again everybody played pretty well. I was disappointed in the mental errors more than physically the way we played or how hard we played.
I don't know if you remember the exact moment. I was impressed with Rayshawn Mitchell, where he worked his way through a receiver and basically kind of took a guy out of bounds one-handed.
The good news again. Excited about where we are at DB. A couple things I felt like that we played a little soft at times at safety and quarter, gave some underneath stuff that first game jitters a little bit, didn't want to get beat deep, but overall, like I said, we played solid. We really did. We played solid. The 2 drives that they scored on, we had the first touchdown drive, we had 4 mental errors on that drive, which that kills you. We had them off the field twice and had an offsides, and then we let a guy go free, and things like that. The second drive, the same thing. So we just got to clean some things, but I'm excited about who we have, and so we better clean it up real fast. So.
When Alcorn scored, one time in the third quarter, y'all had been on the field 27 minutes, offense 13. Do you think that had something to do with the mental lapses a little bit?
No, I don't. No, I don't. Hey, our deal is on defense. When they call you out there, you got to go play. There's sudden changes all the time, one way or the other. That's the last thing I want to use as an excuse for anything. There's a lot of times, hey, you go sit down. As soon as you sit down, you got to go back out there, and we practice that. And that's part of being a defensive football team. That's part of being a nasty bunch. Is we don't care. Put the ball down, whether it's on the 1-yard line or they got 1 yard to go, or they got 99 yards to go. We got a job to do, and that's to go out there and stop them from scoring. So, no excuses. Got to play better.
This Mississippi State offense, what did you kind of take away from their first game?
They're big and physical. They just totally dominated Lafayette up front. They are massive individuals, big and strong, and so we're going to have to try to hold the line of scrimmage as much as possible. Offensively, the running back, Colin Hill, he's really good football player. He's a good football player. And I was really impressed with Stevens, the quarterback. He's 20 or 30 throwing the ball. He can run the football. They do a great job offensively. The head coach is the coordinator, and he's one of the top coordinators in the country. When you watch him, you understand why. He does a great job with that offense, and so he makes it difficult as being a defensive coordinator. That he puts you in tough situations. So we're going to have to play well. We have to play a lot better, obviously, than we did last week. We're excited about going and playing, though. And I know, obviously, the crowd will be great. And, hopefully we'll improve more from, game 1 to game 2. But, our deal is we got to at least try to control the line of scrimmage as much as we can.
Tommy Stevens, you just talked about him, but there's so little film out on him right now, just because he sat so much when he was at Penn State, and now this is he got one start under his belt. How do you prepare for a quarterback like that with so little film out there on him?
Well, we saw him. He played some at Penn State, and what I did was watch him on film. They're going to run their offense. Mississippi State, he's going to run his offense. But the thing I was impressed is, you could see the poise. You could see he's a fifth-year senior. It wasn't a freshman out there starting. It wasn't. To me, it wasn't like a guy that's his first start. Like I said, he had started Penn State. He's older and mature, and you could tell. And I was very impressed how he had grasped the offense. You could tell the way he handled the offense and what he did and the reads he made. They put a lot on their quarterback. And he ran it really to precision. The one turnover they got is a pass, and they got him from the backside. He didn't see him, but besides that, I thought he did a great job of running the offense for his first start.
Hill, is it just the power? What do you think kind of makes him special?
Just everything. He has great visions. He can really jump cut. He's really strong, but he's one of those guys that can find a small crease and get through it, and before you know it, it's not 4, it's 14. So he's a really good football player, really good. So yeah, prize poker's definitely going up this week, and we're going to have to play really, really, really well. And it's a great challenge for us. We're excited about it, and we'll see what happens. We'll just try to not be on the field 27 minutes this half.
Anybody that you thought among your guys played really well kind of stood out?
With some solid players, DQ Thomas made some big plays, had an interception, had some tackles for loss, and he moved around pretty well, did some good things. Really, his first true start, he played a lot last year behind Picasso, but he played well. Of course, Rakeem was, he was Rakeem. He was really solid. Besides that, we played good, which, as you know, in this room is not good enough. That's not our expectations, but we'll take a win every time and be excited and all that stuff, and just know that we got work to do, but it's the first game of the year.
Anything else?
Wow, all right, man.